Welcome to another episode of the Sun Foundation's virtual clean water celebration, Clean Water Champions. What is the water cycle? You might have heard of it. What is the route that water follows as it circles the world? Can you repeat after me? Listen and repeat. Evaporation, condensation, precipitation, and collection. One more time, say it with me. Evaporation, condensation, precipitation, and collection. Can you say it on your own with sign language all together? You got it. Let's follow a drop of water. Walter the water molecule. Today's field trip, we're going to travel the entire world. This story begins millions, if not billions, of years ago, as old as the earth is. There's been water here for about 3.5 billion years. This story begins at the bottom of the Pacific Ocean. Can you close your eyes for just a moment and imagine? It is so dark because the sun's light cannot shine to the bottom of the ocean. Imagine water to the left, water to the right, water up above, water down below. You can open your eyes. Once in a while, a glow-in-the-dark fish comes by. That's pretty cool. But up on the surface of the ocean is a giant whale. Now, whales are mammals like you and I. They breathe air. Take a great big deep breath. Go ahead. And swim down. In the darkness of the ocean, the whale can't see where it's going, so how does it find its way? Do you know? They sing. Echolocation. Listen and repeat. Try that. That's my favorite whale song. Shh. Did you hear it? They can tell from the shape of the sound. Listening to the echo, they can locate what is around them. Most whales eat what they can catch. This whale was a toothed whale, and it caught a giant squid. The squid squirted black ink and chomp, chomp, chomp. The whale ate the squid, and a little tiny drop of water went inside that whale. Now the whale rushed to the surface, and Walter, the drop of water, came out and landed on the surface. Went whoop one side of the wave and down the other. Whoop and down. Can you do the wave all together? Ready? Whoop and down. Woohoo! But when Walter, the drop of water, came to the top of the next wave, he saw little droplets leaping into the air. Can you say evaporation? And Walter leapt into the air. When water becomes vapor, it becomes invisible. It becomes air. And he started floating higher and higher, higher and higher, until soon he was a mile above the surface. A moment ago, he was a mile below the surface. He moved 2 vertical miles in a matter of moments, and he entered a river. Yeah, there's a river of air up there called the jet stream. And he circled the globe several times. But then he came over Canada, and there was a cold front coming in, and he froze into a little ice crystal, and he began to fall. Woo! Can you say precipitation? Scientists have recently tracked one snowflake can take 24 hours to reach the ground. Woo! Wee! 23 hours later, he landed on a car in a driveway. But because the engine had been hot, the roof of the car was hot, and so Walter melted. And think about it. He went from vapor to liquid to solid to liquid, and he trickled down the hoof of the car and ran underground into the gutter, down the gutter into the river, underground into the aquifer. But then the Illinois American Water Company drank Walter up. And he went through the filtration plant, thank God. They first remove all the chunks running through sand and gravel. And then they run it through charcoal to take out any smells or flavors. They add just a little bit of chemicals to kill anything that might be alive in there. And then they use ultraviolet light to fully purify in the state-of-the-art treatment. And Walter went underground. And he went into a pipe. And he might have gone into your house. But it was a little girl who turned on the water. And guess who came out? Walter went into her glass and into her belly. And when she went to school that day, for recess, they were playing her favorite game, kickball. And she was up to kick. We want a pitcher, not a belly itcher. She's waiting for just the right pitch, and boom! It went sailing over the pitcher's head. She ran to first. It went over the second baseman's head. She ran to second. It went over the outfielder's head. She ran to third. All the way home. Woo! But she worked up such a sweat. Ew. Think about it. If you take a really good magnifying glass and look at your skin really close, like times 10,000, you're full of holes and you're leaking. And Walter came out of her and evaporated into the air. I have several friends who are going to tell you what happened next. And as far as I know, Walter's still out there. Next time you have a glass of fresh tap water, if you see my friend Walter, say hello. I give you permission to take this story and make it your own. Maybe you can get a map of your country, the globe. How does the water get from the ocean to your house? You could tell that as a story. And then where does it go when you're done with it? How does it get back to the ocean? What creatures or trees or plants might it go into? Like we just did, passing that story around with a couple of your friends, you can do it out loud, that's more fun. And after you do it out loud, you could do it on paper. But use a set of maps to help map out the water. Because the more we know about water and where our water comes from and where it goes and we're done with it, then we become more conscious and we make better choices and we become clean water champions.